The rejection-proof legend. How Harry Kane rewrote football history. Did you know that before becoming England's greatest ever goalscorer, a young Harry Kane was brutally discarded by Arsenal's academy at just 8 years old because a scout deemed him too small, too slow, and physically unfit for the beautiful game? It is a staggering reality that the ultimate icon of Tottenham Hotspur and the modern talisman of Bayern Munich was once cast aside by his greatest rivals, a devastating setback that would have broken a lesser child but instead ignited a relentless, lifelong obsession with proving the entire world wrong. His story begins in the working-class suburbs of Walthamstow, where a quiet, chubby boy spent every waking hour kicking a ball against a brick wall in his parents' backyard, completely immune to the distractions of modern life and fueled by a pure, unadulterated passion for scoring goals. Early scouting report failures became his secret fuel in an era where flashiness was prized over raw work ethic. Yet Harry possessed a quiet mental toughness and an innate sense of timing that allowed him to see spaces on a football pitch that others completely overlooked. Every single kick of the ball in that rain-soaked garden was a brick laid in the foundation of an impossible dream, a young boy rebuilding his confidence step by painstaking step while the academies of London looked elsewhere for the next big superstar. The transition to his teenage growth was a chaotic, fast-paced test of survival as he found a second chance at Tottenham Hotspur, only to spend his mid-teens being shipped out on a series of grueling, unforgiving loans to lower league clubs like Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich City, and Leicester City. He faced the brutal, physical reality of the English lower divisions, a trial by fire where he sat on freezing benches, suffered silent crises of self-doubt, and listened to rival crowds label him a standard, unremarkable player who would never make it at the top flight. This challenging period was a blur of lonely hotel rooms and bruising encounters with veteran defenders who tried to break his spirit, forcing the teenager to adapt his growing body and develop a lethal, deceptive style of play that relied on intelligent movement rather than raw pace. The scouting narrative surrounding him began to shift dramatically during his time at Millwall, where his work ethic won over the toughest fans in England, setting the stage for a dramatic return to White Hart Lane, where a visionary manager named Mauricio Pochettino would finally unlock the titan hidden beneath the surface. The explosion of his adult peak was a historic, meteoric rise that saw him transform from a supposed one-season wonder into a relentless, 3-time Premier League Golden Boot winner and the undisputed captain of the English national team. His dominance in a lily-white shirt became the stuff of legend as he formed a telepathic partnership with Son Heung-min, breaking the all-time Premier League combination record and hunting down Alan Shearer's legendary goal-scoring milestone with an efficiency that terrified European defences. The ultimate test of his status arrived when he carried the hopes of a nation on his shoulders, leading England to a historic World Cup Golden Boot in 2018 and captaining his country to consecutive European Championship finals, anchoring himself as a symbol of consistency and elite leadership on the global stage. Then came the monumental, record-breaking €100 million transfer to Bayern Munich, a high-stakes move that shattered Bundesliga records overnight and saw him hit the ground running with an unprecedented goal-scoring rate in Germany, proving that his world-class quality transcends borders and leagues. As his career moved into the modern landscape, his historic pursuit of silverware reached its absolute apex on the grandest stages of European football. Today, in 2026, Harry Kane stands as a living monument of footballing excellence, an elite veteran who has redefined the traditional number 9 role by dropping deep to orchestrate plays like a playmaker while retaining his lethal precision inside the box. He has carried his sensational, record-breaking form into the current season, leading the line with clinical execution as his club battles for European dominance and his country prepares for the ultimate glory at the 2026 FIFA World Cup in North America. He is a statesman of the global game, a hero who represents the triumph of relentless perseverance over natural-born hype, showing millions of aspiring young athletes that rejection at 8 years old is merely the opening chapter of an immortal sports legacy. His extraordinary journey remains a timeless masterclass in mental resilience, proving that the player who is willing to outwork, outthink, and outlast the opposition will always find their way to the absolute summit of football history. As the world watches him spearhead the attack in the defining chapters of his career, it is beautifully clear that the name Harry Kane will echo forever in the annals of the beautiful game as the boy who refused to let anyone dictate his destiny.